Janae here. We are going to walk through Module 5 together. This is the tax planning section. This is challenging for some students, and so I wanted to walk through it so that you can kind of understand how all the pieces of this module fit together. So when you approach it, you'll see that it looks a lot like the ones that you have already encountered. So there is this introduction section. We have a couple of content pages with some different topics. We have the PowerPoint included in here now, the quiz that you're used to doing, and then an apply, calculate taxes. You will notice from the announcement sent out that we are going to start to discontinue these slides assignments. So you are going to keep working on your PowerPoint for the final presentation, but just to cut down on some of the workload that you have going on, we're going to do away with that as well. So you'll just have this one, calculate taxes. If you would like to turn in this assignment, it's not required, but you can submit it this time for extra credit. But in the coming modules, there won't even be this assignment on there. So to talk through what we're doing this week, the first thing you need to do is to go to this introduction on tax planning. Two really important things I want to point out in here. One is this instruction to read Chapter 5. You're going to read Chapter 5, and then it's going to be a really good resource for you to scroll back to as you're doing your homework. You'll notice on page 74, starting on page 74, is a section on calculating your federal income tax, and it goes step by step on how to do that and kind of explains the different parts. That's going to be really helpful for you. And there's this video of, this is a past professor who's now retired, but he's walking you through those same concept in the video format. So those are kind of meant to supplement each other and help you get that concept. Then the first content page here is the first one after the introduction page. So this one is understanding the home mortgage tax deduction. So part of your apply assignment this week is to understand how buying a home will change your tax liability. This is something that is often misunderstood, exactly how this works. This video from the Khan Academy does a great job. In this video, he's explaining tax deductions, and the example he uses is the home mortgage deduction. So if you're kind of trying to wrap your mind around how that's going to work, I really recommend this video and this content page to understand how that figures in. Next, there's a content page that's specifically on calculating your home mortgage tax deduction. So this one is utilizing some skills that you've already had. One of the first things that you need to do as you calculate your home mortgage tax deduction for this assignment, we're going to assume that you're paying taxes after 12 months of owning your home. So this is for the very first year in a 30-year mortgage, or the mortgage term that you pick. It could be a 15-year mortgage if that's the one you're selecting, but it's the very first year in your mortgage. So if you read through this, I just want to take a minute to explain how this works, because you have started to use these calculator skills, but this specific skill might be something new to you. How you set this up is the first thing that you do is put in the purchase price of the home minus any down payment. So on the last week's assignment, you ran through a whole bunch of different scenarios with different interest rates, and you were asked to pick one that you thought works the best for the family. So I'm asking you to take another step with that one that you picked as the best. So you set it up the same way you did to look for the payment, to look for monthly payments. So you put in the purchase price minus the down payment. Future value is going to go to 0. The term length is going to go here in the number of periods, and then you're going to put the interest rate that you came up with based on that website. So then that will you'll solve then for monthly payments. So that'll tell you if you're paying this, in this example, if you're paying that home off over 30 years, here is how much you're going to pay each month. Then you're going to figure out what happens to your balance, your loan balance, after 12 months. So you change number of periods to 12 months and then solve for future value. So that will tell you what happened to your loan during those 12 months. So if you take the beginning balance minus the future value after 12 months, it tells you how much the principal was reduced after 12 months. Then you need to take what you actually paid into the loan after 12 months. So you take the monthly mortgage payment and you times it by 12 to see how much you paid. So you'll find that that's quite a bit more. In this example, your principal was reduced by about $3,000, but you paid in $11,000. So if you subtract those two numbers, it tells you the amount of money that you paid toward interest. And you're going to keep this number and use it in calculating your taxes. The second tax that you're going to have to take into consideration when you purchase a home is the property tax. So to look up the property tax for your home, if you go to a lot of the home listings, will just have that listed on here. Here's the property tax number. If you don't have that, if you look back to the home listing picture that you took a screenshot of and it's not there, you can look up your home on Realtor.com, and if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll find something called Payment Calculator, and there they give you an estimate of annual property tax. If for some reason your home's no longer, you can't find it on Realtor.com, you can find a similarly priced home in the same area and use that number for annual property tax. So you're going to divide that number by 12 to get your monthly property tax for your assignment. So then you're going to, here's the PowerPoint, so if you'd like to use that as a resource as well, you can scroll through there. Then you have your Chapter 5 quiz. So as you do this Chapter 5 quiz, you're also going to go through the steps of taxes, and so that's going to help you as well on the apply assignments. So you're going to get here to this apply assignment that is calculating taxes. So what you're going to do for this assignment is create a table. So if you're familiar with Excel and you want to do it that way, you're welcome to use Excel to calculate these, and also that will do the math for you. If you're not familiar with Excel, feel free to just create a table in a Word document and work those things through. So when you get to this point in the module, you've worked through all of the steps that you need to know how to calculate taxes. You'll understand how to do the tax flow that starts on page 74 of the textbook. You'll understand how to calculate your home mortgage deduction and the property tax, and you'll create one column on this table that is what the tax flow would look like, assuming that you have not purchased a home, that you're not paying toward a home mortgage. And then you'll do the same tax flow again, but you'll assume a home mortgage, so you'll add in that property tax that you calculated and also that deduction for interest on your home mortgage. Then there's this bonus section. If you're just loving taxes and you want to do a little bit more of it, you can double your income and see how that would affect your taxes. So there's just kind of an overview of how to complete this. If you have questions on this, feel free to send them to me or your TA to help you walk through it. But I think if you do walk through step by step in this assignment, I think that's there is a lot to figure out here, but that the helps are all there for you as far as the videos and the resources in the textbook, and obviously we're here to help you as well. So hopefully that's kind of reassuring to you that you're on the right track, you're doing a great job, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.